from Stock Talk. This is your host, Scott. Hope you've had a good start to the week. Market was up pretty good on the Dow today, but the NASDAQ was down. So it was a down day for me, but we did have some good trades at the beginning of the day. We're going to talk about those trades, and we did buy several things this week and Friday. So we'll talk about everything that we've bought and kind of go over that as well. But it was a pretty good start to the day. Like I said, the markets were up, and then it kind of sold off on the NASDAQ, but gave us an opportunity to add to our Tesla. That's one of the ones we want to build a position in, and so we're going to talk about that as well. So let's go ahead and jump over and look at the trades that we made recently. So here's the trades that we made on Friday. We did buy some AMC at $7.85. Tesla we bought at $5.91 and $5.92 in two different accounts. We bought it also in a cash account for I think it was about the same price here as $5.92. So we actually bought that in three different accounts, but those are the prices. Bought NVAX for $174, $173. We're in the average right now at 197 on that one, so we're cost averaging a little bit, but we're still down pretty good on the Novavax. We did make a couple sales today on the 8th. We sold that AMC that we just bought. We only had it 3 days. We sold it, and we had it in all three accounts, and it was a pretty good trade. You can see here at $7.85. And we sold it for $8.60. Now it was up much higher than that. We could have made more, but we made 9.55% in 3 days. So we took that money. And U.S. Steel, we had it in three different accounts at three different prices, almost the same price. But we did sell that today. It went up. We sold it at $20 a share. We made over 10% on all three accounts, and we had that for a week. That one may keep going for a little bit, but that's okay. We went ahead and took that money. We put it right to work though. We bought some Tesla on Friday, and we added a lot of Tesla today. You can see here different prices. We're in at an average of $5.85, but we bought today at $5.87, $5.94, $5.81, $5.73. Bought it last Friday at $5.91, $5.92, two different accounts. But we've actually got it all three accounts right now, across all three accounts, 2 IRAs and a cash account. So built a pretty good little position in that one already, and hopefully the bleeding on that one stops tomorrow. But it was actually up $21 at one time today. We'll take a look at the charts on that here in just a minute. Let's see here. We added a new one too. HUTMF. We'll talk about that when we look at our portfolio, but that's a Bitcoin mining company. One of the people I watch on YouTube went over about 4 of those mining companies, and this was the one he preferred, and it looked pretty good. It's actually on a different exchange, so on the pink sheet. So don't like to do that normally, but just wanted to try this one. We just bought it across 3 accounts. We don't have a large stake on it, but those things have gone up like crazy. The other 3 had already gone up really high, so I didn't want to touch those. That's one reason I didn't want to buy those other 3 that he mentioned. But they have gone up considerably since he had that video made. So also added some Apple today across all 3 accounts. It's on a downward trend. What we're seeing right now, across the board. I mean, if you go look at the NASDAQ has been dropping pretty good, and so when that NASDAQ drops, some of those those real good companies like Apple and Tesla, they're dropping along with it. So it's just I feel like a good opportunity to jump in there and buy some of these stocks. Now, I may be buying them too early. I usually am. But if I have to wait a year, I'll wait a year. But they're really good prices from what they've dropped. If it was to turn, you know, it didn't take much. Like I said, Tesla was up $21 at one point today when the Nasdaq was doing halfway decent. So it wouldn't take but a good day in Nasdaq to have a good day in Tesla probably. So that's what we're kind of doing. Let's go ahead and jump over to our portfolio. But before we do that, let's just take one more look at that real quick. Pretty good gains on short periods of time here. And when I've got it across 3 accounts, and this one here was a pretty good stake in this one, and that was a really good gain. And so I'm real happy with that, what we pocketed today, and that's a good way to start the week, pocketing money. So even though your portfolio might be down a little bit, and it wasn't bad because I did pocket this money. So if I had not pocketed this, it was probably been a little worse. Who knows? But it is a good thing when you can pocket money that quick at that kind of percentage. So we're going to do it whenever we can. So let's take a look at that portfolio. All right, so our portfolio, as you can see, we've got a lot more stocks on there now. Let's kind of go through these. Apple, as you can see here, Apple. I bought it a little bit earlier today, but that's okay. We're gonna start adding to that one. We've built a good little position in Tesla, so we'll probably trying to do the same with Apple. But I want to show you the charts on these stocks here. If you look at the 5-day chart, you can see a downward trend on Apple there. I mean, just 5 days ago, this thing was 126. Take a look at the month chart. Again, still a downward trend. A month ago, this was 137. So you're talking $20 there. Look at the 6-day chart. Looks like the downward trend started right here. From 143, we're going down to 116. So that's $27 since January 26th. Okay. So maybe early. Let's take a look at the 1-year chart. Maybe early. You know, it could settle down in these areas here. 106, maybe it could go another $10 maybe, or actually could get down to this one, 92. So I'd be surprised if it got down there, but it wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't headed this way to 106, and we'll be adding the whole time. So that's what we did today. It just seems like to me that they're moving from some of these tech stocks over to our blue chip Dow type stocks. So HUTMF. That is the HUT8 Mining Corporation. HUT8 Mining Corporation. Here's the chart on it. Let's just take a look at this 5-day chart. You see it is on a little bit of a downward trend. And here's your chart across a 1 month time period. So nothing's really happened on it too much with the month. I mean, it's a pretty good little gain there. If you look at the, 634 to 729, that's still a pretty good little gain in a month. 6 month, you're talking even better. So you can see the spike here was to 1039. If it spiked like that again, we'd be out of it pretty quick, probably. So just a good one I thought to be in. It doesn't trade, but looks like 1 million shares today. So again, it's OTC, and you can't trade this pre-market or anything like that. I can't anyway. I don't know if you can do that, but I can't for sure. I tried to do it last night. So all right, so we're buying that one just because of the Bitcoin craze that's going on right now. And by the way, I am in Bitcoin. We've been studying up on that pretty good. May talk about that again some video, and kind of get, if anybody wants to get started, I'll just show you how I got started. And we're building a position in Bitcoin. And I started out with a 4, but I've got everything into Bitcoin now instead of these other what they call altcoins. So, all right, AMC is the one we traded Friday and traded out of it today. As you can see, it did continue to go up higher than what I sold at, but that's all right. We got our money out of it. That was just a quick trade. Why I did that, I had been trading this GME, if you'll recall. But GME just got too crazy for me at these levels here. Look at this, what it did today, and it was up at one time when I looked, it was up $60. Yeah, see the high today was 210.87. So that's just too crazy for me. It may keep going, who knows? But I'm not going to touch anything like that. That's crazy, crazy place. So this didn't get too crazy. I'll show you the charts on it. I mean, it's been reasonable. I mean, not and AMC. I think the movie theaters are going to be coming back since COVID's trying to calm down a little bit. So, but here it is. I mean, the crazy high here was 1025. So it may get back up to that crazy high level, but you'll see right here what it hit today is this level here where it was back March the 1st. So don't be surprised if that don't pull back a little bit. And to get back down in these levels. To get back down this level, I may try to do the quick day trades on it again, but let's see, $8 level maybe. So I might get back in at $8. I'm not going to touch it right now. It's up over 9. Tesla, that's the one it's been really dropping. And a lot of these folks that talk about the Bitcoin videos, a lot of them talk about Tesla as well. And of course, Tesla bought $1.3 billion worth of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's going up like crazy. So I think it might be a good thing to be in Tesla. But I also watched a really good video last night on it, and they do the cars, they do the batteries, they do solar, they do it all. So I don't think they're going anywhere. I like Elon Musk. But let's take a look at this 5-day chart. You see here it was 708 just the other day, 5 days ago, 708, and it's fallen over $100 a share, 140 almost. I like those kind of drops on these good stocks like this. Let's see what we got for the month. The month it's even better, 853, 853 in the month. Man, you're talking almost $300 a share in a month. And then there's nothing's going on with the company. So I think it's just people trading out of it and then getting into some other things. But heck, I like these prices. I don't think you can go wrong. It may get down to here. It may get down to this 429 level. But if I've got enough money, I'll still be buying it. I like that. You can see it was up $4, but let's take a look at the day. I just want to show you today because it was a little crazy. See what it did this morning? It dropped pretty good this morning, and then it shot all the way up here. At one time, it was up $21, and it ends up closing down 35 almost. So crazy day for it. The volumes, a little bit heavy, but I like the company. I like the cars. I like the CEO. Company's not broke. Stock's broke. When the stock breaks and there's nothing wrong with the company, it's a good time to start getting in. So unless there's something going on that I don't know about, but I hadn't heard anything, and nothing that I'd be worried about. So I like that purchase there. That's a good company to be in. NVAX. I think this is a good one too. It's falling, and we're in a little high on that one. Took a beating again today. I thought the bleeding was stopped. Let's look at this 5-day chart here. So I thought the bleeding was stopped here, and I think I might have cost average a little down that way. But anyway, it did go up one day, and then it got beat up again today. So we're back down around this level. As long as it holds this level here, I think we'll be okay. I don't think we're going to bleed too much more than that. And you do see it's up in after hours, but a lot of news still pending on that one, and should be good news. So hopefully it'll pick back up. We've got a pretty good little stake in it already, so we probably won't be adding to that one at all. GME again, crazy day for that one. Just crazy. I mean, look at this run here. I mean, straight up this morning, pulled back a little bit and then ran back up towards the end of the day. Volumes, 1.5 volume almost. And it's holding up well in after hours. I mean, look at that. It's not selling off at all, and it didn't sell off towards the end of the day. So that's a pretty good little sign of strength. I don't know why, but I am not going to touch that. That's playing with fire right there. All right, next on the list is Akamai. Pretty flat day today. We won't bother even look to pull that one up. Space. This is our Virgin Galactic Holdings. Um, that one's been painful. Started out the day pretty decent, and then ended up closing down again. It cannot seem to find the bottom, but it did. Again, it had a pretty good start to the day, and then it sold off with the Nasdaq. So that one just was. It's hurting. UVXY up 2%. I would think, as crazy as that market was today, it would have been doing better than that. I will not be staying in that one long. As soon as I can get probably to a break-even point on that one, I'll get out of it. I don't like the way it acts. It's supposed to be reflecting the VIX, and I just don't see it doing it. Not like I would expect. So we'll be getting out of that one when we can, and we'll not be getting back in it. Cliff, we don't have any of that. That's the one that we buy with U.S. Steel sometimes. But SH is the short of the S&P. It's up a little bit because I think the S&P was off a little. KO, Coca-Cola, that was doing really good today. It got up to 52.49, but it's been on an upward trend. Let's take a look at that one. Pays a dividend in the next few days, I think it is. And yeah, pretty good little move up there this morning. Then it sold off towards the end of the day. But it's been doing pretty good. It's gone from 49.80 to 51.64, almost a couple of bucks in 5 days. Not bad. That's Coca-Cola, a good solid company. I'm not worried about that one. TSLA, that's the one we got stuck in. We're way off on that one. Not really worried about it right now. It's just 3% today. Needs to go up way more than that. That might be a 2-year hold, but actually, as far as what we've sold this year, TSLA is one of the second ranked, when U.S. Steel is our top winner of the trades we've actually closed. So that's hard to believe, that as bad as I got beat up on that right now, but what we've sold, we've actually done pretty good. It's my second place stock. U.S. Steel #1 for the year so far as pocketing money. NKLA has been a disappointment all the way around. It's a Nikola Corporation, electric vehicle, mainly trucks. So it's been a bad ride. Got a good position in it too, so that's been painful. We're not gonna sell it though. We're gonna hang on to it. X is the one we sold out again today at 20 bucks a share. It went as high as $21. So last time it did this, it got up to about here somewhere, and it pulled back a little bit, and then it went back up to 24. So we're going to watch the pattern on that if it has a good sell-off, but I probably won't touch it unless it gets back down around 17, 16.50. ACB is one that is out there. That's another cannabis. We've got some of that. Nope. No, we don't. We don't have any of that. That's right. We sold it a while back. So anyway, that's what our portfolio looks like. Like I said, start to the week was good as far as what we pocketed. Portfolio was off just a little bit today because we did pocket some good money and held on to those gains. We are still pretty good on cash. I think we're a little bit lower after today. I hadn't calculated it yet, but I think we're a little bit lower. We did put some on the sideline, but we also bought some stuff. So I think we're a little bit lower, probably around 50 to 54%. I'd say somewhere around there. But I'll have to check that to make sure. Other than that, we're going to may try to get in those trades again on AMC. If it pulls back, watching X to get back down to that 17 level. Tesla, we may add a little bit more towards the close of tomorrow. I don't think I'll be getting in it till I see how that thing's going to act tomorrow, because we we added to it several times today. It just kept going down, so we kept adding. Don't want to get too far into it before we can see a little bit of a bottom and see it settle down a little bit. But we'll watch it tomorrow. If it drops another $20, you can believe I'm going to be adding to that one. Apple, I'm going to be watching that one too. If it keeps dropping, we're going to add to that. Those are good stocks. Just people are selling off. They're probably repositioning a lot of their portfolios because of the run that those have had too. You know, a lot of times they get overweight in something, and they have to trim some of it so they won't have all their money in most of their money in a single stock. So they got to balance that portfolio a little bit. So that could be a lot of what's going on after that run that we've seen with the tech stocks. So whatever, it is what it is, and we'll just buy these stocks as they dip. You know, I've been waiting for a market pullback. Well, what I'm seeing is the Dow is probably pulling back, and it's not the whole Dow, but sometimes it's these particular stocks. So if they're pulling back, then that might be the pullback that we get jump on board with this stimulus coming up. You know, the saying is don't fight the Fed, so we don't want to fight them too bad. We are up. We're still beating the markets pretty close, but we are ahead of the markets, and so that's where we like to be. We'll just keep trying to stay ahead of them. But we've had 3 down weeks in a row. This would be the 4th, and took us a while before we got into 4 down weeks last year. So, but this is March already. It's hard to believe that we're in March. But those are the things we're going to be looking for. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I'll probably jump on here maybe Thursday or Friday. Maybe Thursday, because then we'll talk about Fridays the next week. But anyway, hope you have a great rest of your week of trading. We'll check back with you later on in the week. All right, thanks. Bye.